To Mystical Insights. I'm Eden Amadora. For the new people that may be tuning in here for the first time or on Facebook Live or on YouTube Live, welcome to Mystical Insights. This is our fun community hour together to connect in the heart and to receive wisdom from archetypes of the divine feminine. I know that for those who've been coming for a while, you get to hear the story of what I'm up to and why I'm doing these. Often I'm feeling like, how can I mix it up and say this in different ways? I am here for the joy of it, the connection with my like-hearted brothers and sisters all across the planet. Sometimes we have people as far as Malta and London and all around the world. So let us know where you're beaming in from. If you'd like to drop it in the chat. For new people, we just use the chat, scroll down, you'll find the chat bar at the bottom of Zoom, and you can let us know where you are today. And if there's anything you're feeling. Welcome, Lauren, welcome, Randy, welcome, Marilyn. Dia Therese, I know you're from the Valley of Peace. Lara, good to see you all the way from London. That always makes me smile. Carol's beaming in from Boston. I am here in Marin County, California, where it's just this beautiful hot summer day. Lovely outside. Lauren is coming in from Alabama. Thanks for letting us know. It looks nice and hot there too. And the nature behind you, the green. Kim's in Boston, Lynn and Leifer and Justine. We're all forming this beautiful web of awakening. We are here. If you're resonating with this call, then my sense is that you're on a path of heart, you're on a path of awakening, you're opening to this conversation about the divine feminine. Who is she? I've been doing a YouTube series lately. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, the series is Who is she? All these different goddesses throughout history. You know, for the last couple thousand years, we've been in a different paradigm where the goddess was this kind of ancient whisper echo from the past, or maybe still just from yoga, or in India, we know about Lakshmi and Saraswati and Kali, but there are just so many names to her across time, across cultures. And about 15 years ago, I found myself in a divine feminine mystery school training. And at first I thought, wow, this is going to really inform my art as a musician. I'm going to sing about the goddess and connect to her through music. And that did happen. And something beyond that, even wilder than I ever dreamed, happened. I started to change rapidly, radically, by working with this beautiful divine feminine energy as a direct embodiment, an experience of her through me, like a yoga. And then I watched all the other women in this big circle change in the most beautiful way. It was like watching lotuses blossom. So part of what I'm doing here is bridging this energy into the collective. And you never know who's tuning in. So I can feel many beings that tune in. Maybe they don't comment. Maybe they're still kind of tippy-toeing into the mysteries. That being said, if there's resonance, if you're resonating and feeling the truth of the wisdom of these divine feminine archetypes, then this is for you. This is the path of heart. And her message that comes through me often is, it is about we. It is about unity consciousness. It is about awakening the heart of humanity so that we see each other as beloved family, so we come back into balance and harmony. When we're swung out of balance in this world, as we have been for so long, you can feel all the division, all the polarity, all the swinging one way or the other in war. Like there's so much of that illusion of separation that we have been caught in as a collective for so long. So the Divine Mother is saying, children, love each other, see each other as beloved soul brothers and soul sisters, awaken so that we can create beauty and harmony and flourish here and take care of the earth, take care of one another, and take care of the animals and the earth as we were divinely designed to do. So that's my download from the goddess about why I come beaming into the collective with these free Oracle office hours, mystical insights readings. And how we've been doing these hours is that we take a moment to come into heart coherence together before we open up to the Oracle cards. The Oracle cards are simply a way to connect to the symbolic universe, to receive guidance. Many of us are struggling. Many of us are dealing with some pretty big choices, or, feeling lost, ungrounded, and suffering. So the divine feminine oracle cards are helping us find that guidance within us, listening for what really resonates. So even if you do not receive an individual reading, listen deeply, because archetypal wisdom is medicine for many. It's not just for the being that receives the reading. You'll know when you're resonating if that's for you. So before we begin, let's put a hand on our hearts, and I'm talking about our sacred hearts, right in the middle of our heart chakras, right in the center of our chest. Coming in and closing your eyes for a moment. Lean a little bit more into your back body. Deep, deep breath into the belly. You can put your other hand right on your lower belly. Deep sigh. Ah. Taking a few deep sighs together, the shared breath. Coming into this moment, as you put your hand on your heart, it releases oxytocin, it downregulates your nervous system. As you lean back, bringing the crown of your head back, one more deep sigh. The sound of your own voice calms your emotions, relaxes your body, and quiets your busy mind. Did you know that's how simple a tool that is, how accessible that is? So as we connect inward for a moment, as you bring the crown of your head back, feel the heart lift and come forward, leading heart first. There's a whole different consciousness that opens up, expanding your heart coherence, your field of energy here, opening to the one heart, the place that we are connected in the heart. This is a place of your deepest desires from your heart, not your ego mind, place of the longing of your soul and the remembrance of who you truly are. That's why expressions like namaste, that bow to the place that we are the same, and the spark in our hearts, coming into that place, diving into the space behind your hand of light, and feeling your personal prayer, your personal intention, maybe for this reading, maybe for this moment in your life, amplifying that desire of your heart, and feeling also everything you're bringing here now is welcome. This is a safe and sacred space to be seen, to share. And in the divine feminine mysteries, we have an expression that we love our shadow as we love our light. Not to amplify it or let it grab the wheel of the bus, so to speak, but just to hold it in unconditional love, which is the greatest miracle. And there it alchemizes into more of our wholeness, more of our presence. So if you have been feeling less than whole, less than loving towards yourself, if you've been feeling confused or hurt, all of those feelings are welcome here. And this is an opportunity to return to some of this greater holding of unconditional love. And perhaps you'll receive some guidance around that which is giving you challenge today. So bringing that into your awareness, opening that prayer, that you receive guidance, that you receive vision, and that you stay open to receive. One more deep breath. And we slowly release our hands of light and opening our eyes. Bow to you. Thank you for showing up for this moment for you. So, my loves, before you came, I pulled a card for our collective reading. We've been doing a card for the collective and a card that may resonate with many here as a collective reading. And there are 3 kinds of cards. I'm going to show you the back of the cards first for new people. The reason these cards have the symbol of the peacock feathers is because the peacock is a magical, magical bird, even though it's a very real life, beautiful animal that you can see and commune with here in 3D. The peacock has a superpower. It can eat anything that might be considered poison to another animal or us. And it has this ability to use it for fuel, to eat it and digest it without getting sick, without dying. And then it produces this beautiful color, this beauty. So let us take that as a symbol for whatever may be going on in our lives, that from the shadow, from the wound comes the gift and comes the beauty, transmuting that into more power, presence, compassion, wholeness. So there's 3 cards from this deck. One is a frequency card that the 3 kinds of cards. The frequency will have a sacred geometry and a color frequency from a specific archetype, or a sacred tool card that we always embody the tool. It is a way of feeling our own energy coming into more embodiment, or the goddess herself, the archetype of the goddess herself. And our collective reading is the goddess herself. We got the goddess of compassion. So taking in the symbols and the imagery of this beautiful card, many cultures have a very strong connection with this archetype, the goddess of compassion. We know about Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, the Taras. There are like 22 different Taras. They are all goddesses of compassion. There may be other goddesses of compassion that you've heard of, that you know from different traditions. So I even asked once, when I was going to purchase a Kali statue, the beautiful Indian woman in the shop, and I said, when I bring up Kali Ma, what do you think of? And she says, Kali Ma is the mother of compassion. Even though she's a fierce destroyer goddess, she destroys that which is illusion out of her wrathless or ruthless compassion, wrathful compassion, very fierce compassion. But here we have Kuan Yin. Here we have this archetype that is coming in to remind us to raise our frequency to a level of compassion, which is very different than pity, very, very different than even empathy. And this is the highest frequency. It's the violet ray. It is a love so clear, so discerning, so unconditional, that you can be present with someone in their suffering without taking it on. Because often, a lot of us identify as empaths. We sometimes struggle with knowing what's ours energetically and what's someone else's, and we suffer with them. And compassion is not suffering with you, it is being with you. Being with you in the fire of my heart of unconditional love, and seeing you with discernment and not colluding with your story, even if it seems really real to you, if your story is one of victimization or blame. Compassion holds the high watch. It can stay with a being in love and not separate in judgment. Pity is judgment. If you're saying, I feel sorry for someone, you're not in compassion. If you're able to love them unconditionally and be with them in whatever reality movie they're projecting, even if it is a lower vibration, and keep your vibration high, the goddess of compassion is asking you to stay in the heart, Stay in this fierce love that sees clearly. It's crystalline. She says, I recognize, I seed. So to recognize a thing is to recognize it, is to see it so differently, so clearly, so that you can seed something so beautiful from that recognition, a new pattern, a new way of speaking or being in the world. So if you have been suffering, or you know someone close to you who's really been suffering, this is our invitation to stay with them in love and stay with ourselves in love. Often the greatest initiation in this archetypal journey of true compassion is, can you offer it to yourself? It's somewhat easier for us to feel compassion for others. For those of us who have a hard time staying with ourselves and holding that high watch with discernment, forgiving. You cannot talk about compassion without talking about forgiveness. What have you not forgiven yourself for? And why would you withhold that love and that compassion? What could you forgive yourself now that would liberate you? This is her question to us today. Forgiveness. Love is forgiving. Love is forgiving. Not forgetting, not forgetting. Love is forgiving. Give yourself the love and compassion first, so that you are at a higher frequency that's able to then truly serve another. You can't take yourself out of this equation. All great masters know this initiation into true love and compassion must begin within. So she's here today for us as a collective, with all the wildness in the world, all the wildness on the screens, all the suffering, all the war, all the division, this political party, that political party, this fight, that fight, this group, that group against each other. How can we come into the heart of compassion and unity and stay with that friend or that family member that might be on a really bad trip and creating a lot of suffering for themselves and others? How do we stay in clarity and discernment and love and be the balm that this world really needs? This is her message. Hail to the goddess of compassion. So I'm going to ring my bowl. I know sometimes you can't hear it. Let's see if I do that. Maybe you can hear it now. Blessed be. Yes, Randy says compassion is a verb. You know that song Teardrop on Fire? I think that Elizabeth Fraser sang all kinds of things and they like mix it around, but the one line, I always make up my own lines. Like, what is she saying? But the one line I hear is, love, love is a verb. Love is a doing word. Feel that sunlight. So compassion is a verb too. Yes, yes. Bless. Thank you for all the comments. So my loves, this is the time that we go into our individual readings. You are more likely to receive a reading if your camera's on. And for new people who have not yet received a reading, you are more likely to get one first, because I love to give everyone an opportunity. And if you don't know how to raise your hand, scroll down to the bottom bar and you'll see a reactions icon with a little arrow. It has the hand. Okay, Amy's saying, I'm in the dark, kids are napping, I can't turn on my camera. Okay, Amy, I appreciate that you probably do want a reading anyway. We'll see if that might work out too. So thank you for raising your hand. We have some hands popping up. And Marilyn, I would love to give you a reading if you're willing to turn on your camera. There she is. Oh, she's right there in front of that beautiful forest view. Come say hello. Can you unmute? Let's see, if you know how to unmute, that will help a lot because it's a conversation between us. So Marilyn, it looks like you raise your hand, but then you had to get up and do something. So
I
we're
had
gonna.
to I had to unmute. I had to leave my camera because my camera is separate.
Okay,
You know, technology stuff.
there you are. Hi.
Ah,
Look at
thank
that.
you.
Yeah, look at that beautiful forest behind you. Did you
Yeah,
did you
thank
take that picture? Is that
Yes, I did. It's in Western Oregon.
and
Um,
that is that where you are right now?
no, I'm in Beaverton, Oregon, but it's
Okay,
not very far from us, within an
beautiful.
hour drive.
Beautiful. Well, welcome. Good to meet you. I'm shuffling the cards for you. So this is a moment for you just to feel and breathe and receive. And I'm going to ask you to leave the microphone on, but I'm going to pop you back in a little tiny box up there so you can see the cards better. And then I'll bring you
Okay,
back down here with me after we choose your card. Okay.
thank you.
Yeah. So here we go, Marilyn. Just feeling into your journey, feeling into any areas that you're like, I sure would appreciate some guidance from the goddess, the symbolic universe. And let's fan the cards for you. And what I'm going to invite is that as I scroll my hand over the cards, you let me know when. You let me know, okay?
Okay,
All right, and you can say stop or there or now. Here we go.
stop.
Goddess of Compassion is in the house today. So you received her frequency card right
Uh,
after we met her. And you can see this beautiful Sri Yantra underneath the upward triangle here. This is her sacred geometry. And it says transcend.
oh,
The frequency of violet, the violet ray. So you just received a pretty big download about her frequency. Here's a little bit more for you. Transcendence is, in a way, the higher octave, the higher level, the higher vision. And it's also not about leaving the body, because as you see from this geometry, there are both upward and downward triangles. And in the middle of the Sri Yantra, there's always a dot. It's kind of hard to see it in this depiction, but that dot represents the center, the sacred heart. And this is where we bring our manifestations into form. You're being invited to transcend some of the dissonance, the lower frequencies, the old patterns,
mm,
to bring a new manifestation into form. That is the nature of I recognize, I seed. Once you've seen something from a more transcended viewpoint, you can seed a new pattern, a new experience, a new relationship dynamic into your life. There's an alchemical principle that comes with this particular archetypal initiation. It's called solve e coagula. Before we can completely change something, sometimes we need to separate out the parts to see it clearly. You can see that in the world right now. Sometimes it looks like things are falling apart, but we're able to really see with the apparent parts, like what's real for us. Separating out is solve, dissolving, to then reform a higher octave of reality. That's coagula, the coagulation, recrystallizing for your life. Something that is more sound, more pure, more intentional, higher vibrational. So, as we already spoke about in the other collective reading, the Goddess of Compassion will continue to have us look at where we are in our self compassion, because everything that emanates from us then affects our reality movie, our view, our perception. And if we are withholding compassion, we have not transcended the old lower frequencies from childhood wounding, from past ouches, things that we found hard to forgive in ourselves or others. She's asking us to find that portal into the heart, to come into such deep compassion, a compassion that dissolves old stories, that forgives everything, that liberates you. So I'm going to bring you back in, Marilyn, and just tune in with what might be resonating as you're getting this transmission from the archetype, how you can feel that apply to your own journey right now.
Um, it all sounds good. And for me, I've been without a life partner for over 20 years. And so part of me is, with the female desiring close relationship or closer relationships with both men and women. I do have a number of women friends. And then one thing that's very interesting is I'm a big gardener, and I have two kiwis. One is male, one is female, and it's like every other year one of them dies and I have to replace it. And I just tilled the ground around that this morning to see if they can both be, vibrant and but I don't know if that,
Yeah,
as
I
far as
can
compassion,
feel,
I think it's compassion for myself because I have lost that that connection with another person.
yes.
Oh.
And maybe this is a strong prayer that you're seeding into the field. You remember the I recognize, I seed. So before we started, I asked Kim, I'm like, do you have a theme for today? And she had her own thing going on, but I had a theme for today. I didn't speak it out loud, Kim, but my theme was divine union and sacred union. And when I hear you, Marilyn, I feel that theme in your prayer. And as you're tending those kiwi plants, I can feel this like living ritual of how can I nurture these two living beings to flourish together. So I'm going to invite you in the deepest compassion for yourself to begin to recognize the places in you that might still be, this is going to sound strange, but out of balance in your inner masculine and feminine. So you are that. And as you make peace with your past, with your beloved who has left the physical form, as you actually recognize the places that you are ready to love, the field responds to us very strongly. So, whatever's in the way of that divine masculine embodiment and recognition, the goddess of compassion is asking you to do that deep work now, to transcend any past beliefs around what you can have or can't have, because you're that creative and that powerful. And there are a lot of beliefs that we subscribe to around age, around I can't. So I'm going to invite you. This is a very deep invitation to be in conversation with the goddess of compassion, whether that's Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Tara, or nature, a nature spirit that you feel is this benevolent, Davic, compassionate energy for you, and to really look what beliefs are no longer serving me around connection, around relationship. And we're here in relationship, growing through relationship constantly. So transcending those beliefs to seed a new pattern. You may end up being in the grocery store and turning in the veggie aisle and being eye to eye with a soul that has been in the same prayer as you. You never know. So this is the inner prayer. The kiwi plants represent this ritual of sacred union for you. All right, for all the beings that are resonating with this, thank you, Marilyn. You brought this in today, and it was part of my theme, the sacred union. So blessings on your journey. So much love to you. Yeah. Let's ring the bowl for the goddess of compassion that is here in so many ways right now, so many different ways. Feeling so grateful for her presence in my life. Kuan Yin, wow. Why does she ride a dragon? Because it takes a lot of fierce love to bring our compassion to ourselves and to this world. Amy, you got your camera on. Would you like to come have a reading? Go ahead and unmute yourself and come say
Yes,
hi.
ma'am. Hi.
Wonderful.
Long time no see.
Hi. All right. So you've done this before, so we can bring you back in once I bring the cards back. This is your time to receive, maybe take a seat, breathe, and just open. And we'll be right back. Keep yourself unmuted.
Okay.
Okay. So shuffling the cards for you, Amy, and just opening and feeling what you could really use some guidance with. All right, my dear. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here we go.
Stop.
All right. We got another frequency card. It quite matches my dress. I'm going to show you.
Oh, that's cute.
This is the flame in the center of the portal, the almond-shaped center of the Vesica Pisces. This
Oh,
is a very sacred symbol of divine union. So I think it's such a wink from the goddess, such a confirmation after I revealed my theme, the divine union that does start within. This is a thing in our world. We have so many movies, so many pop songs that are here to kind of make us think that until we find that one, we're not going to be fulfilled. You can see it says fulfillment.
yes.
And the flame in our heart is not so much about that idealized somebody out there doing their thing that finally comes in and makes us feel fulfilled. It's about the fulfillment of our own heart's beauty and expression and aliveness and awakening. And this frequency card is from an archetype we call the goddess of love. And we've heard of her, so many goddesses throughout time and history in different places. We have Aphrodite, Venus. It's all about the energy of the planet. Inanna, Lakshmi, all these beautiful love goddesses in different cultures. Those Venusian codes want to awaken our hearts. They want to have us express the honey of our own heart through our own embodied awakening. The fulfillment that we're seeking is the way we feel. It is who we get to be. It's our full freedom of sensual awakening in the body. The goddess of love is saying to us, you don't need to transcend the body to awaken and to be fulfilled in a spiritual sense. This is the intersection between our humanity and our divinity. So fulfillment to you may look very different than fulfillment to someone else. We have all these ideas of if this happens or when I have that, I'll feel fulfilled. And what she is inviting you, beloved, is to find the joy, the ecstasy, the delight, the pleasure that comes in the most unique ways for you within your own heart, your own embodiment, independent of external circumstances. So I'm going to bring you in with me. Yes. So I know that you're a mom. I know that you're, giving a lot of love and time and presence to others. And she's also going to invite you to feed your feminine more, whether that's a simple act of moving, dancing, feeling your own skin with a beautiful lotion that you like the smell of, to find that inner joy and pleasure and fulfillment in simple ways, to bring yourself back into the magnetic aura of your own feminine embodiment. So,
Well, I just before I got on the Zoom with you, I was looking around at apartments in Pensacola, and they have one apartment where it's the first 6 months, the first 6 weeks free. Sorry, first 6 weeks. And I'm about to do the application. And when I went on vacation about a month ago, I felt at peace, like everything was just like in line the way it needed to be. I just needed to be there fully. So hopefully this will be my out of here.
Yeah, and the fulfillment that comes from following the heart's knowing, from feeling the beauty that you're moving towards, and to being that beauty as you do it, really trusting this is in you, this
and
feeling.
and that way it's aligned with my spiritual business and my higher self and all this other stuff. Because I've got my Akashic records read a few months ago also.
Beautiful. Well, may this move open you to deeper and deeper fulfillment, knowing that wherever you are, you can amplify this flame, independent of geography, though sometimes it's a resonance like this feels right. I feel the yes. Follow that heart knowing, the fulfillment in your heart to amplify that, and blessings on your journey, Amy. This is
Thank you so
exciting.
much. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. And I
bless.
will keep you informed and all this other stuff because I missed your lives.
All right. So next time you let us know about the move if you get accepted.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Blessings to that. We're holding that vision for you and with you. Maximum grace, as my friend Scott likes to say. I'm going to
Y-
take that on. Maximum grace for this move.
Yes, ma'am.
Blessings. Bye for now. Stay tuned, though. There might be even more. Let's ring the bowl for the goddess of love and the flame of fulfillment. So, my loves, Mary, are you there? You are. Come, can you do it now? Or there's two of you there want to do it. Well, I'm gonna unmute you so you can let me know what's going on. Hi. Can you unmute your
Hi.
phone? Okay, let's
Hi.
bring you in. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Do you both want to do this together? There's
My
two of you.
yeah, that's my daughter. She did. I don't know. She just wandered off.
Yeah,
But
it's okay if she feels shy. We can still do it for her and you and see what comes. Or
okay,
did she want to have a reading and she's just feeling shy?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
she just graduated. She's 18 and just graduated, so she has her whole life ahead of her.
That's so beautiful. Oh, Mama, I know that feeling. I'm right at that stage with my son, and it's so sweet and it's so exciting. And it's like, I just want to bow to you. It's an amazing chapter for you two to be standing at.
Yes,
So,
thank you.
where are you both? Where are you located?
We're in Atlanta, Georgia,
All right.
but
Okay.
we're from Northern California.
Oh yeah,
Isa.
what's your daughter's name?
Isa.
Isa. Okay, Isa, if you can hear me, this is for you too. My son's name is Elijah River.
Oh, nice.
All
She's pulling
right.
hard, honey. Come on. You told me. So does she pick
Yeah,
one?
yeah, she can say now when she's ready. Okay, so I'll tell her when to start and if she wants to peek.
Okay, she can hear you. Do you want to look? What you don't have to show your face,
I'm
but you can
looking.
look and tell her when to
I'll
stop.
I'll remove the spotlight so you don't feel shy. You're not being recorded right now, Isa, so you can just tell me when you're ready. Okay, here we go. Was that it? I heard something. Did she say there?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Ooh, there's two. I'm gonna pick the front one. It bounced up before the other one. Okay. We got another frequency card. It's a very passionate card. It's got a lot of energy, a lot of fire. It's a fire flower. This is the archetype of the primal goddess. And this is like the one that comes right after the goddess of love when we go around the wheel of all 13 faces in the mystery school I'm in. She is the one that I'm actually in a training with women in person going into this Saturday. And she's wild. She's free. She's fully expressed. And she's ready to live her most authentic life, her passion. You can feel the element of fire. It's like burning through all the limitations and all the old conditioning that would keep her living in someone else's movie direction. The primal goddess says, who says? Who says I have to do it that way? Who says I have to be like you? So she can, in the shadow, get a little rebellious, but when she's in her heart, she's powerful, she's awake, she's alive, she's free, she's uninhibited. She's willing to take risks that feel aligned with her passion. So, Isa, I know that you're at this phase of life. It's like high school is over. The way you had to sit in the boxes and listen to the thing, and it's like the next chapter is opening for you, and it's so exciting. The primal goddess is asking you to follow that strong instinct, almost like a wolf that sniffs out what's true, what's real. And she has boundaries. You know that wolves have scent pads in their paws and they mark their boundaries? A primal goddess doesn't just party till dawn every night. She actually has discernment and boundaries about what serves her Shakti. That's her divine feminine life force energy, because she's got big things to create here. She's going to have discernment, instinctual boundaries, and smell out who's good for me and who doesn't smell right. That's that primal knowing. When you are in your aliveness, you're healthy, you're instinctual, you are able to say no and yes when it's actually true to your knowing, your body wisdom. So the primal goddess is inviting you to really feel what you're passionate about and embody your physical body even more, whether that's dancing or running or yoga, pushing against something, to feel your strength, feel your embodied discernment, like this is my body, this is my life. She's very much about bringing the goddess in through her embodiment, very physical. So I hope this resonates for you. I hope you're getting pieces for your journey. Yeah, I can see you resonating with that. Nice to meet you. And you're gorgeous. So discernment and boundaries are going to serve you, because there's a whole wide world out there. And this is about fully expressing your creative passion. Awesome.
Hey, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So fun. All right, let's ring the bowl for the primal goddess. All right, Kim's giving me a little wave to remember to share some things today. So we have some fun stuff going on. In like 10 minutes, I'm going to be joining Alexis and Megan in a wonderful thunder moon, buck moon, manifesting with the moon circle. And if you didn't sign up for this moon long series, you can sign up for the next one, because they're going to be diving back in for the next moon cycle, where we are helping people really harness the lunar wisdom and the power of the moon in the feminine cycles of life, to honor that this is a very powerful ally, lunar wisdom, and manifesting consciously with the moon. So Kim is dropping the link there to sign up and to be a part of that. And the cool thing is that it's donation based. It's, really what you can offer as an energetic exchange. So that's wonderful. I also want to tell you about 2 other opportunities to come deeper into the mystery with me. And one is the next Celtic Turn of the Wheel live spiritual masterclass for Lammas. Lammas is the halfway point between summer solstice and fall equinox, and our ancient ancestors honored all 8 turns of the wheels, like an 8-spoked wheel, where there is a powerful portal that opens every turn of the wheel event for the collective. And Lammas is so much about amplifying in gratitude and also about what we are harvesting towards the fall. After the heat of the summer, the beauty of summer solstice, now we're going into the gratitude and the harvest. So Kim has also popped that link, and we're going to pop it into the Facebook chat, the comments, and the YouTube live comments, or in the write-up. So look for these links so you can sign up if you're not already on my mailing list. We're going to go deeper into some ritual and into some beautiful community sharing and being held in that which we are grateful for and manifesting in the harvest of our life on the Lammas call. And then save the date, August 8th. Some of you know what this is. It's been in the collective now for several years. This is also a very powerful portal. This is the Lion's Gate portal. And I am holding a very wonderful ceremony with another 13 moon priestess, advanced priestess named Grayson. And we are making this donation based. It's a donation based event as well. The Lion's Gate. So just save the date for 8/8, because Kim, we're still going to create that place for them. So next week we'll give them that link. Yes, so Lion's Gate is so much about lion-hearted roar for yes, for prosperity, for abundance. It's the gold. It's the big Leo energy of rising into our sovereignty and the prosperity and abundance that comes from that. So let's save that date for the 8th. And on the weeks of these other live spiritual masterclasses, we will not have Oracle office hours. So I highly encourage you to come to those. And is there anything else? Yes, I think that it's important to mention that August 29th, we begin a 13-week series called Enter the Temple. Enter the Temple is for those who are ready to be held in a loving container of sisterhood, and potentially sisters and brothers can do this together. It has been a part of the Divine Feminine Mystery School curriculum. It's the first kind of level of entering into a live temple-like environment with me for a container that will radically shift your life. So if you've been enjoying the Divine Feminine archetypes through these Oracle office hours, mystical insights, now is time to learn some real embodiment practices, tools, and practical magic to live from a lens of Divine Feminine embodiment. And the theme of this 13-week course is Activate the Voice of the Goddess. This is all about our voices. This is about your ability to be your own oracle, to speak your truth, to break old patterns of swallowing down your voice. It is so important in the collective feminine, especially for us to open our channel of our wisdom, our feminine gnosis, our oracle, to be able to offer that to ourselves first and to others, to this world, so that we can really shift the collective frequency here together. There will be song, there will be sound practices, there will be learning powerful mantras, and all of the Divine Feminine archetypal embodiment and tools that we offer in this Enter the Temple curriculum, with a special focus on the voice. So Kim has also popped that Awaken Your Voice, Enter the Temple, starting August 29th. Yes, she said to keep checking in with my newsletter every week for the Lion's Gate link, and that page will be ready soon to sign up. And like I said, we're making this available for everyone. It's donation, really what you can offer as an energetic reciprocity for that powerful ceremony. So check out the page for Enter the Temple if you're ready to step deeper into the mystery. And I am just thrilled to get to be here with you today. Let's seal this beautiful time together by bringing our hands to our hearts one more time, taking a deep breath, and just feeling gratitude. Gratitude is a portal opener. It instantly raises our frequency. So I am so, so grateful, so thankful for this time with you. All right, beloveds, we'll lift it to the one heart. To the one heart, blessed be for all beings. So much love, only love, everyone.